Hey everyone, this is Lad from the Woods on a Voice in the Wilderness channel, and my next talk is going to be about Canadian censorship. Our Prime Minister has allowed American companies such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and so on to censor what Canadians see. These companies are breaking laws because they are not allowed to censor what Canadians see. The American government is now trying to censor Spotify and other things. We're not underneath the American government. So why is Prime Minister Trudeau allowing censorship to exist in this country, and these big multinational companies break Canadian law? If a Canadian company did that, like say Rumble, who doesn't censor, okay, they would be all over it. Somebody would be all over it. Okay, I was censored by Facebook for 2 articles that Jimmy Dore put up regarding COVID, and they were correct articles from doctors and everything. But some fat asshole in Florida, Jeff Zirconi or whatever his stupid name is, decides that that's not accurate. Okay, and he works for PolitiFact. The fact is, he was wrong. He has no expertise. He is simply a hack that was writing for the Chicago Tribune, okay, which doesn't give him much in my eyes, as far as I'm concerned. Another mainstream media bought-off press. But this fat, stupid fuck down in Florida gets to tell me and Canadians what we can and cannot see, okay? Even if Jimmy was wrong, or these doctors were wrong, science is about presenting both sides of a thing and coming together to get those facts. But now, what you're getting is only one view. Okay, and the liberals will accuse the right wing of doing that, and the right wing accuse the liberals of doing it. The fact is, Canadians are getting fucked over, and our government's doing nothing about it. Okay, I'll read this again like in the last video. Freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other media of communication. Okay, just like the telegraph, just like the telephones, just like cell phones, just like the mail. Okay, that is protected, okay, for privacy and from censorship, okay? And you're going to sit there and, well, they're private companies. They are private companies, but so is Bell Canada, and they can't tell you what to say on your telephone. TELUS, the same thing. They're a private company. They can't tell you what to say on your telephone to another person, okay? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and so on have become a means of public communication in the 21st century, okay? Which means our government has a right to turn them around, declare them common carriers, and make them public utilities. And then they are covered under the Canadian Constitution, where they cannot be censored, okay? I don't know where these people get off telling me as a 59-year-old adult of what I can see, when I can see it, how I can see it, and make my own decisions, okay? Just because there's people out there that can't make right decisions, we don't stop the entire country for them. If I take my ATV and I drive it over a cliff, no one could stop me from doing that, okay? And that's harming myself, okay? But you can't stop me from doing that. You cannot protect me from doing that, okay? Just the same as you cannot do this with the censorship. It is wrong. It's against the law. It is against everything Canadians believe in. Okay, and we are not going to become the United States. I will fight to my dying fucking breath to put a stop to this censorship. And if Prime Minister Trudeau doesn't do it, again, I call the Conservatives, the NDP, the other parties, the Bloc Québécois, to vote non-competence, or he resigns and Chrystia Freeland gets in and she protects Canadian rights. If they do not do that, then Canadians should rise up by the millions, land on Parliament Hill, tell the fucking cops that they have no right to stop people from protesting, so long as you don't break the law or hurt other people or restrict people from going into their place of business or going into their parliamentary seats and all the rest of it, okay? That's it. But other than that, they can't touch you. Just because a bunch of people are whining about the horns and everything, hey, I'm whining about my being told to mandate. I'm whining about my censorship. Is that stuff any less than you, asshole down Ottawa, worrying about somebody pounding on the horn? No. You're no more special than I am or anybody else in this country. So fuck you, okay? And by the way, you're not the only ones in this country. Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, everybody has had these things and had to put up with lots. Quebec, does anybody remember the early 1970s when the elder Trudeau called out the army like his idiot son is trying to do now? Okay? So, no. This stops, and it stops now, the censorship. And these companies need to be brought to task. There should be lawyers out there filing lawsuits if our government doesn't do it, and you get it right up to Supreme Court. It is wrong. I don't care what side of the fucking spectrum you're on, left, right, middle, up, down. Censorship affects everyone. Okay? The United States are trying to do it to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan voted for Bernie Sanders and is so far left that would make you left-winger liberals look like Nazis and fascists. To make you look so far right. Okay? So don't even judge that shit. This idiocy with, I'm sad to say, a Canadian, he's trying to censor what we see and what we hear. Okay? Neil Young, who, by the way, is a hypocrite. He sold all his music shortly before he pulled this little stunt to a company called Blackstone from the United States. And these are corporate assholes like Coke. They try to tell you what you can see, try to tell you what you can do, etc., etc. Then he moves his music over to Amazon. Okay? Amazon! Jeff fucking Bezos, who should have a punch in the face from me every single day of his life. He is the biggest lying piece of shit. He is a lowlife. He has no mind whatsoever. He got lucky, another idiot in the garage that got lucky. Okay? But Jeff Bezos is a union breaker. Jeff Bezos treats his employees like shit. Okay? His company has destroyed Canadian small business from one end of the country to the other. You go downtown to a small town, find out how many stores you have there now. Okay? Not like what it used to be because of things like Amazon. Okay? So I'm just telling you people that you're letting this happen. And anybody that talks against this censorship thing or talks for Facebook is obviously a plant or a troll. Okay? Or simply uninformed. Okay? They have no right to do it. They don't. And now what we've had to do because of Twitter and Facebook and the like, these other companies are starting up. Gab, which is kind of like a Facebook. Rumble, which is a better version of YouTube by a long shot. No censorship there. Getter, Gettr, who's owned by a moron. Okay? But the fact is that we can be on there without being censored. Oh, mainstream media will tell you, oh, it's all right-wing, blah, 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 we need to... No, it's only right-wingers that go there, and they bring that out. They don't talk about the left-wingers or social libertarians like me that go there. Joe Rogan is on Getter, and like I said before, he's further left than 99% of Canadians even thought about being left, okay? He voted for Bernie, okay? He grew up with hippies, peace and far out. Anyways... I need every Canadian to start writing their parliamentarians, their provincial governments. Write Trudeau. Do not do stupid shit. You tell them that he has to defend Canadians from this American censorship and these big company censorship and put an end to it now. Otherwise, Canadians should raise up by the millions and go down there and support those truckers because there are lots of things going on that they want you to pay attention to with this convoy that they're getting away with because you're paying attention to the convoy. You understand? Okay? So, let's do it, Canadians. Okay? You cannot let this country turn into what they're trying to turn it into. Okay? Especially from these assholes, the big American corporations. Okay? Anyway, over and out. And that's all I got to say about that. There, I'm stealing Stone Cold Steve Austin's line. So that's all I got to say about that. Fuck you, anybody that tries to censor me. Fuck you, that anybody tries to censor other people. And fuck you, you don't tell me what to think. Fuck you.